Silencer issue 14. Dan Abnett writing, V. Kenneth Marion on the art. This is last issue. Honor got Lazarus pitied, if
Yep.
to say that in the worst way possible.
Revived.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she is on the missions for Talia. She's taken out any of the Leviathan sub bosses who were working against her or need to be taken out, cleaning the riffraff, as it were. And so Honor's basically going through the issue, just like taking out bad guys and like sneaking into places. And I love the one where she says the code word and the guy opens the door, and then she just kind of goes like that and does the shush, and like you just see the outfit appearing over her face. Oh, it's good.
You're talking about like static images. Well, these weren't exactly static. I love how the action scenes play off all silent, because of her power, and just the way that Abnett and the artist have dealt with that. It always makes it fun, and I never feel like, oh, we're doing this again. It always feels fresh.
Yeah.
And here, it cross-cutting with Talia, and then her family with Honor's husband and son, and what they're going through. I thought that was really cool.
There's something wonderfully sinister from Talia where she's like, we won't just kill her family who are left because in case she reverts back and gets her memories, we still need leverage. So leave them alive.
An insurance policy.
Yeah. So that was pretty dark. And the family stuff is basically her husband is like learning things about his wife he didn't know, finding the secret shield system she had implanted in the garden.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it was the shield appears at the end. He's like.
I love that the. Go ahead.
I was gonna say he's like, Honor. Who were you? Like, who was my wife? It's like that. So he's discovering stuff basically.
Yeah. Well, and I love that like he tended the garden, right? But there was an issue where we saw her out there.
Yeah.
Right? With the son and stuff, and the elderly neighbor comes over to bring him dinner because he's grieving and he hasn't been to work in a couple days, even though he gets dressed to go there. And she's like, "Oh yeah, the garden's looking a little, run down. Like, is that because Honor's not here?" And he's like, "Well, no, I tend the garden. I just haven't been in the mood." And then she's like, "Oh well, I used to see her out there all the time." And so I love that it's this little tiny thing that he not only was he unaware of her past, he was unaware of what she was doing throughout the day.
Yeah.
So it's like, who was I married to? He has no idea. But yeah, just this little tiny little thing that made such a big change in his view.
Yeah. But the big thing, of course, is that as we get following the issue, when Honor gets back to like base and she's like, taking her stuff off and all that, she's got a photo of her family. And then that's when our narration, because she's been quite, not only just in dialogue, but she's been quiet in narration all issue as well. Her narration kicks in. She's like, "I know who I am. I remember everything, and I'm just playing Talia until I can take her out down from the inside." And I'm like, "Yes, yeah."
Well, she's killed her once before, and we all know she's an Al Ghul, so that doesn't stick.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like she's gonna try to bring it down, Rogue Agent, and I feel like Quietus is there because they still haven't built him a new body. So he's there running like field op, type stuff for them. But so it's good that they're keeping all these characters around and stuff. But what Talia reveals is Honor and Raze, who we saw her fight a couple issues ago.
Yeah.
Were part of this Al Ghul or race or Ra's al Ghul. I don't say race, but Ra's al Ghul plan to create these genetically modified children warriors, which automatically made me think of Damien, right?
Yeah, but they're basically engineered metas.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Yeah, Raze was one, and then the other, my dear, was you." And Honor's like, "Wait, what?" So she is family to Talia, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. Although there's like a jealousy thing there now, because Talia's like, he wanted a better child than the daughter he got. So there almost seems to be like a jealous like sibling thing here now.
Yeah. Well, and it's not just like she turned on me. It's she's her own person, and I'm trying to be an Al Ghul at play here. Like this book hits some subtleties I would have never guessed from the first issue, being JR and like all action. All these issues later, it's really become like this standout, like, I don't want to say spies, it's not quite spy, but action thriller kind of. Like if they ever adapted this to a movie, it would be really cool.
And I actually kind of like how it ties into, like, you know, Talia and, like,
Hmm.
that side of the DCU, and then we know Leviathan seems to be playing into other big things going on right now. So,
Yeah.
like, this is the start of a new arc, this issue, so we know we've got at
Hmm.
least one arc left, if not
Yeah.
more, but hopefully it keeps
Well,
going.
and as far as we know right now, her mission is to go take out. She had siblings
Yeah,
made from this program, and now Talia expects her to go terminate them. And so the whole under arc of this book of this issue was her family, and now it's like, well, now there's family she didn't even know she had,
yeah.
and she's gonna have to take them out and whatnot. But yeah, art was really good. Who was the art again?
V.
Was it?
Kenneth Marion, he did the last issue as well, I think.
Gotcha.
No, also, I mean, it's not as good as when
Yeah,
Bogdanovich was on the
yeah.
book,
So I
but
was gonna say, um,
but it's solid enough. Like, I think the
yeah.
action has a good look to it.
Hmm.
It's trying to keep the same style as what the previous art did. It's maybe not just pulling it off to quite the same extent, but
No,
but no, it's there. The coloring's been very consistent, so a lot of it does feel like it is carrying over in the same world. It doesn't feel like we're in a different part of the
no.
universe or anything like that. So that's good. What are you rating it?
It's an 8. I enjoyed it a lot. Like
Hmm?
this book's come into its own. Like I didn't want to like it, but it's won me over.
No, I agree with you. I think Silence has been really solid for a good arc or two now. Um,
Yeah,
ever since they went to Action Land, basically, it's been kind
yeah.
of just on fire since.